Hi, everybody. Liam wants to do the introduction, so we're going to let Liam do that, okay? Go ahead.
Hello, I'm Liam, and today we'll be talking about DoodleLit.
All right. Is that it? That's all you want to say? Sorry that the screen is shaky. The tripod is balanced on our table. We need to come up with a better setup than a tabletop tri-top. Do you want to show them the book or anything? Tell them anything. Tell them what you've been doing lately. Here.
No,
Come on.
you sit in the main seat.
All right, I'll sit in the main seat. Well, get your head over here. Tell them what we've been doing.
At the mall.
At the mall. We haven't done a live broadcast recently. Would you go close that blind over there? We haven't done a live broadcast recently. We've had a whole lot going on. Some illness in the family. Oh, that's better. Thank you, buddy. I think this one's doing it a little too. That's right. You want to turn this overhead light off? We're really not prepared today at all. All of my children are up. They're all awake. You might see the rest of them come by here today. You'll probably, careful with the table, baby. You'll probably see the baby come through as well. So we've had a lot going on, but let me say hello first. Hi, I'm Meg. This is Liam. And we are from homeschoolgameschool.com, where we blog about using hands-on education in games in homeschooling. We have some cool stuff there. We got some printables. We have some new navigation that's, let me turn this. It's really bothering me, the glare in my eyes. Maybe we need to close that down. It's always the glare in my eyes. You watch any of my videos and I will comment about the glare in my glasses. So we've got some new navigation there. So you can filter our blog post by elementary, middle school, or high school, by games and reviews, and we also have a new category for printables. We have some printable games and some other resources that we will continually add that you may find helpful. Thank you, buddy. That's good. So today, we are showing you this really, really cool book, right? It's called DoodleLit. And it's a pretty thick book. About 2 inches thick.
DoodleLit? More like DoodleIt.
Get it? DoodleLit. DoodleIt. What it is it introduces you. Step back. You're shaking the camera. Back off the table. It introduces you to some classic works of literature, and you doodle your way through them. It's really cool. It's especially cool if you happen to be reading some of the books mentioned or some of the authors. So, let me just real quickly show you what it looks like on the inside. See? And, oh, Liam got a new puppy today. We went to Build-A-Bear. He saved up his money to buy a puppy. All right, this is Herman Melville. He wrote Moby Dick.
Let me see.
I won't tell you my feelings about the book Moby Dick. It was one of those books where I was forced to read it in high school, and I hated it. So now, as an adult, I hate it, even though I hardly even remember what it's about. I should probably read it again. So, DoodleLit. Let me read you the introductions. There are 2 authors, Jennifer Adams and Allison Oliver. All right. This is what Jennifer has to say about doodling. Doodling is such a simple form of being creative. When you doodle, you usually allow yourself to do it freely. You're not trying to make a final piece of art or worrying what someone else will think. It's just a simple creative expression. I doodle when I'm on the phone, when I'm bored, or when I'm stuck on a writing or editing problem that takes time to fix. This journal is filled with prompts to get you started doodling and to generate ideas, and they're all based on the classics. We love the rats in Dracula, the buggies in Pride and Prejudice, and all the animals in the Jungle Book. DoodleLit gives you prompts for almost everything under the sun. Doodle for fun. Be creative and explore ideas. It would be a good idea to try different pencils, paints, markers, crayons, and ink on different pages. Feel free to tear pages out, and then she goes into a little bit more about how to use the book. And then she closes with, when you're young, you're smart enough to know that art is fun. When we get older, sometimes we forget that. Art is fun, just doodle.
Doodle it.
And that's what Jennifer says. Now the other author, who is Allison Oliver, she also has a write-up here. There's magic in doodling. When you draw or doodle without planning and thinking, you let your creativity reveal itself without your brain getting in the way. So whatever you make has a story to tell you. Oh, there's the baby. Hi. You want to come say hi to everybody? Yeah? Come here. You want to say hi? You can chase the cat around? Okay. So, and she goes on to say what doodling does for her. It helps her brain work a little bit, helps her work through problems. Just be very careful. Liam, let it go. Be very careful, baby, because that'll fall over, okay? So, for 7-year-old, 3rd grade. Jill, the official age on this is 8+. Go get some paper and you can draw. The official age, sorry about that again. The official age is 8+. There is what they call mature content, which really isn't mature. What it is there's a picture of a doodle that Mark Twain did here, and it's supposedly of a naked woman. I can't find it. I can't find the Mark Twain page here, but I haven't went through page by page yet. No, stop. Of course, he wants to find the naked lady doodle.
No, you go to the index and look up at the Mark Twain area.
There is no index in this book. I already looked.
Okay.
Okay. So anyhow, and there's another place that they marked as mature because you doodle tattoos, which to me is not a big deal at all. Look, I'm covered in tattoos, and those are just the visible ones. But I think 7 would be okay, maybe kind of pushing it a little bit. The authors in here, like Melville, the Bronte sisters, Mark Twain, and they're a little bit more mature reading levels. But if you're doing a read aloud of, say, Dracula, which isn't too scary for Halloween, well, thank you, then this might work well. Let me show you the one that I saw first, and it really caught my eye. This is Lewis Carroll. Let me stand up here. And see, it has a doodle of Lewis Carroll and then words of him. I know I'm super bouncy, April. I'm so sorry. It's my tripod is on my table, and Seffi is coloring on my table, and Liam keeps kicking it. All right, move for a minute. Let me see if I can move it to the counter. And then Garrett comes over and starts pounding on the table. I don't know why I bother with these, really. All right, let's try this again.
Bill the bear will haunt you.
See, I told you people would notice if you kicked the table.
I didn't kick the table.
All right.
Garrett pounded.
Now I look silly.
So what?
All right. We'll sit down here.
You're super bouncy, Meg. LOL.
Yeah, because you kept kicking the table.
I
And
was-
Seffi was coloring on the table. She's, you want to see Seffi? Seffi, say hi.
Hi.
What are you doing, Seffi?
Yeah.
Coloring.
Yeah.
What are you drawing?
S.
Eyes. And a mouth?
Go.
Yeah?
Go.
Oh. Okay. Liam, I just dumped over a cup of water. Would you get a towel? Thanks.
Lift your pipes up.
Always,
Oh my God.
always something. All right, so let's get back in here. All right, leave it. Just leave it. All right. This is why I try to do these lives when my children are in bed. But sometimes I don't want to wake up in the morning. All right, so DoodleLit. We're going to jump right back where we were. If you want to see this in depth, you can go to tinyurl.com/DoodleLit. DoodleLit. DoodleLit. So back to Lewis Carroll. So this is a doodle of him. And then it says, oh, I can't even read what that is. But that's his real name. And then it says alias Lewis Carroll. So on the first page, this is an actual doodle that Lewis Carroll did, and gives you information about that doodle. They went through a lot of historical documents of the authors mentioned in this book, and they pulled out doodles from their, thank you, April, they pulled out doodles from their works. So there's some information here about Lewis Carroll's real name and why he wrote with a pen name. April just threw the URL up there. Thank you, April. And you all need to go visit April at mamalovesfood.com.
If we get to 200 views, I'll show you an aardvark.
All right, so the idea is you're going to be reading through the looking glass while you're doing these doodles or listening to it on audiobook. If you are looking for a great audiobook service, I highly recommend talestogo.com. And if you go to Homeschool Group Buys, which the link is up there in the information, we have a discount going on right now where you can get, hi Elizabeth, you came from Mama Elizabeth. Well, that's my April. She's like one of my besties. Haven't seen her in forever. Waiting for her to come visit me.
Hello, the
Waiting.
other person.
All right, so here's the hole that Alice falls through. This is just an open doodle page. It says, what does Alice find down the rabbit hole? Draw it, right? Easy. Then, here's the next page. Color the potions in the bottles and label them. So as you can see, this would be a great activity for a younger child even. And that says, the potion in Alice in Wonderland makes the drinker grow smaller. What do the potions in these bottles do? And then you can write it. You draw it, you color it. Oh, here's some Mad Hatter activities.
Let me see.
Where you draw the hats.
Wait, is that a bat on him?
I'm making you blush. I'm just going to refrain from commenting on that. I'm sure you can guess. Okay. Anyhow, it's a mustache party. There's some cute mustache activities.
Mustache party.
Oh, and here's some characters that you can color in. And doodle, do whatever you want. These are all like free writing activities, free drawing. Be the queen of everything, but don't be mean. If you were the queen, what would the rules in your queendom be? And then you write down the rules. So it's really great for reluctant writers. So that's Lewis Carroll, and there are more Lewis Carroll. There's quite a few more activities here. Drawing a t-shirt and some more lists.
Who's that?
So, okay, here is Bram Stoker. Okay. He's the guy who wrote Dracula. Now, Dracula is... Hello, Paige. Hi, Nora. Dracula is a little bit more mature reading level. It could be handled by middle school, but usually it's reserved for high school. So what you're going to do, notice the cute little garlic up there? So his quote is, doodling has its own calms. And it goes here, some information about Bram Stoker. Hi, Jaso, hi. And Kim. And then the activity is draw a castle.
Where you get that?
Paige, you can buy this at timberdoodle.com or amazon.com for the best price. Right now is on amazon.com. You could go directly to the item. The link is up in the notes up above, or it's tinyurl.com/DoodleLit. What state am I in? I'm in the Pacific Northwest, way up on the west coast of the U.S. Okay, here's a neat activity where you can design different stamps. Hi, Karina. Yeah, I love Timberdoodle too. I like the fact that they're for all homeschoolers. They go tell him to quit telling people where we live. They Jaco, South African. Oh, we have lots of friends in South Africa. It's a very, very long story of how we came to have friends there. So, I forget what I was saying. Oh, Timberdoodle. Yeah, I love it because they have things for religious homeschoolers, things for secular homeschoolers. They mark out things you should know about each product for grade level. It's all hands-on. So, Karina, we are going through this book called DoodleLit, which is a doodle notebook, a guided doodle notebook for reading classic literature. So we're on Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. And see, each of the authors have a chapter, basically, in the book. And it starts with a picture of them, their signature, a quote from them, some information, and a lot contain doodles by the actual author that they found.
You okay?
You all right, Bubby? What happened? Did you fall? You want to say hi? And I explained earlier that all my kids are awake and they're all round.
Did you try
This
to
is
color?
Steffi.
Did you try to color in your eye?
Did you try to color in your eye? Okay. Oh. You want to go get a drink? Yes. Get a boo-boo? That is Seffi. She is 3, just turned 3.
Oh,
Liam, sit down.
200.
There's an aardvark. He said if we hit 200 people, he'd show them an aardvark. Yeah, she is cute. She's cute. Very, very 3. She's coloring over there with some markers. So, okay. Bram Stoker. So, we'll start again. Picture, signature, information about him. And then it starts with the activities that go along with Dracula. So you can do this as you're reading Dracula, as you're learning about the author, as you're watching Dracula, maybe. Yeah, he is cute too. They say you're cute. You're cute in Egypt. Pretty cool, huh? And so the first activity for Dracula is to draw a castle, and it gives you lots of room. And then you design stamps, and up here it tells you the significance of the stamps. It says the characters in Dracula write each other letters. Design stamps for them. All right. This says howl. Wolves howl. Draw the animals that make these other sounds. We've got a growl, a chirp, a roar. So that's another open activity.
Over my face.
Liam. Yeah, he got the puppy today at Build-A-Bear. He saved up his allowance and chore money and got a puppy. All right, this has the waves, and it says draw a ship on the ocean.
I'll do that. I brought a pencil over.
Then these are some of the heroes in Dracula. And we've got Jonathan Harker, Arthur Holmwood, and Dr. Van Helsing. Can you believe I've never read Dracula? I don't like scary things. Why is it backwards? It's just the way that Facebook Live does this. It's a mirror image, like I'm looking into a mirror. It's backwards for me too. I can't really change that. Supposedly Facebook is rolling out a program where it would be the right way around, which I used to have, but for some reason it mirrors everything now. Yeah. Yeah, it's the front cam. I can't use the back cam because if I use the back cam, then I can't see what I'm doing or comments or anything. I mean, if I had a better setup, and maybe I could, but
yeah,
we're working with what we have. Paige, the official age for this is 8+. I happen to think it's probably best for middle school and maybe the beginning of high school, just because of some of the literature that's mentioned in it. But there are definitely literature that you can use with younger kids, especially if you use an audiobook, like we just did Lewis Carroll, and so Through the Looking Glass is definitely great.
Linda says thanks.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this one says, boo, design these to reflect your inner vampire.
I'll draw one.
So they're the caskets. Well, you can't draw while I'm doing this.
Yes, I can.
These are caskets that you design. And then here's a Dear Diary. It says, Dear Diary, journal about your day. What was your favorite thing? Least favorite thing? Doodle some of the things that you saw. So this is where the writing comes in. It's a writing prompt, guided writing. Oh, and this is cool. This is a fill-in-the-blank story. Here are the rats from Dracula, right? And here's a fill-in-the-blank story about the rats from Dracula. So it reads, a very long time ago, 100 years or more, a family of rats decided to take a trip from city or country to city or country. They needed to blank, which is why they had to travel. So what you could even do is you could do this like a Mad Libs, where you tell them noun or adverb, and they do that.
You're welcome.
Amory, is that how you say your name, Amory Ramirez? All right. Hi, Amory. So we got blue is the new black. Dracula is so bored with his cape. I mean, he's been wearing it for like 450 years. And so here you're going to, you could cut this out if you wish. It's got the little cut marks, and then you fashion a cape, you design a cape. Yeah. Liam's going to have a lot of fun with this book. Liam is almost 12, and I think we're going to use this book with some of our audiobooks, which, as I mentioned earlier, we get from Tales to Go, which you can get a discount on up there if you hit the homeschool group buys. How many kids you have? I have 6 kids. I have 2 that are adults. One does not live with us anymore. My second just turned 18, and then I have 4 younger ones. They are almost 12.
Hi.
He says hi, that's Liam. Garrett is going to be 10 next month. Steffi's 3, and then I've got Jaden, who is 13. You would copy it. Yeah, you got to be careful with copyright notices. I don't know if this one has it. A lot of books like this, they give you permission to copy, but some don't. It's really not that expensive. Yeah, it says no part of this book may be reproduced by any means except brief portions. So,
So you can just like.
it's not that expensive. It's on Amazon right now. It is $15, which is really good considering it's, you know, this big thick book. So, you know, use your own judgment. There's the aardvark. Oh, and here we are doodling on the trunks in Dracula's forest. The book is big, and I'm having trouble navigating it while flipping it around. And then we go into Herman Melville, who wrote Moby Dick, which is not a book that I enjoyed.
We already went through that.
You may enjoy it. I was forced to read it in AP English, right? Perfect for mixed media art and art journaling. Yes, art journaling, doodle journals, writing journals. Each author has a writing section in it, a writing guide.
Sir Arthur Conan
Doyle.
Doyle.
Yeah. You know what he wrote? You know what he wrote? Sherlock Holmes.
Huh.
Ooh.
I wonder if I have the 2000.
Garrett, we're not talking about Minecraft right now. Do you want to come tell them what you're doing on Minecraft? Here's Garrett. He's the one who's going to be 10. Jennifer, this is the official age by the publisher is 8+. I think it would be best for middle school or high school, but of course, use your own judgment. And we'll go over some more of the books mentioned in it. Go ahead. This is Garrett. He wants to tell you something about Minecraft. If I have to listen to it, you have to listen to it. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Over
I'm trying
here.
to get a
In the camera.
I'm just saying I have to get a really hard achievement for getting 1,000 cobblestone, putting it all in the chest.
Yes, 1,000 cobbles. Very
That's
cool.
a lot.
Yeah. All right, go have fun.
Considering it's only 64, he needs only like.
My son loves Minecraft so much. So much.
Moo don't have to. Kim says
Alright.
Moo don't have to.
Alright, so I'm trying to find another author here. Let's find a woman author. Here we go. Emily Bronte. Bronte. There, see? And it's got her name here, her signature. And here we have a quote. Is honest people don't hide their doodles.
Oh, she drew a little doggy.
And some more information about her. And there's an actual doodle by her.
Look
It's
up there.
Yep. It is a simple self-portrait of Emily at her desk writing. And Charlotte is in this as well. And it mentions that the sisters used to write funny notes to each other, funny doodles to each other. And some of those are in this book. And then it has a historical footnote. Emily's sister was Charlotte, who wrote Jane Eyre. She also had a sister named Anne, who wrote a book called The Tenant of Wildfell Hall. So for Emily Bronte, there is Spring Has Sprung.
Spring has sprung. Spring has sprung.
Doodle springtime leaves and blossoms on the tree. What kind of tree do you want it to be? What color of blossoms will it have? And then there's some more information down here about birds on the tree. Historical footnote. There's the tree. Then summer. It goes to summer. Then I'm going to guess next is autumn.
I'm
Yep,
guessing
fall.
winter next.
Winter, you think? It'll be winter. Let it snow, so
Now
there's the
you
winter
know.
tree. And it says, Kathy is hanging up her laundry to dry on the clothesline. Doodle it.
Yeah, I
So
got
you
it.
could doodle.
I'm gonna do
Not right now. You have to wait till we're done, please. You have to doodle laundry. It could be period garments or whatever you want. Then design different weather vanes on the houses on the next page. Draw a rooster, a horse, a mermaid, or anything else you can imagine. So as you're listening to the story, you can doodle it. So what else do we have? Hey, you need to calm down, Lauren. An apple a day. You can make many delicious things out of apples. What else could you make?
Wait, is that for the Johnny seed?
Yeah.
That'd be some
There's an egg thing. Ooh, umbrellas. Design a snowman. Okay, here's Mark Twain. All right. So, whoa. you want to go help her with those markers and get her some paper? I mentioned earlier, you can rewind and see it earlier, but that this was marked as secular on Timberdoodle because there was one activity that featured drawing tattoos and another one that had a doodle by Mark Twain that appears to be a naked woman. You want to see it?
No, not really.
There it is.
I already saw it.
So Twain did fun doodles like this one. So it appears to be a naked woman
Oh, she lost the cap.
holding a pie or a clock or something. Liam, the caps are right there. We'll just pick them up, bud. And then useful doodles like these to indicate the weather in his book, Pudd'nhead Wilson,
Garrett only came over here when he hit a naked
which we actually have a copy of that from the 20s, a really, really old one that a family member had given to us.
What is it?
Today is Monday. I try to do my live videos Wednesday early in the morning Pacific time. That has not been happening lately because just family situations and sleeping. I'm an insomniac, so I complain about that a lot on my live videos. So sometimes I just can't wake up. So, all right, this is cool. This is, please stop. So we've got Mark Twain, his quote, information about the author, some of his doodles. Oh, you're so silly. All right, go show JJ. So here is a map of the Ole Miss, right? It's the Mississippi. It shows the different states. And it says, this is a map of Huckleberry Finn's journey. Draw a map of some part of your world. Does it include your home, school, friend's house, dance studio, soccer field? So you do that doodling on this page, and then you label it and get some writing in.
Oh my goodness
Then you
gracious.
color a sunset
I got it.
on the Mississippi.
I was going to color a sun.
Don't make me ask you again. I will make you leave the room. Kids. All right, and it said a quote from Huck Finn, everything we had in our world was on our raft. So now you get to draw your raft and everything that's important to you. Ooh, okay. Almost done, okay? Yeah, almost done. Then patch them up. Jim's overalls need some patches.
I'll fix those
So
later.
you're getting a good feel for what the book includes. It also includes things like word searches, which my 13-year-old ran to immediately. And it has all kinds of fun activities like that. Here's one. The Boro Grove is an imaginary bird. Draw other imaginary birds. And that is for, I believe, Rudyard Kipling. Nope, that's also Lewis Carroll. So it's really cool. So let's look at, I'm going to flip through this. There's no table of contents, no page numbers, and there's no index, which isn't unheard of for a book like this where you can tear out the pages. And all the pages, you probably can't see it, but all the pages are perforated. So you can take it out, you can 3-hole punch it, whatever you want, whatever works for you. So we're going to go through it and see if we can see who the authors are. We've got Jane Austen.
If you look on the side, you can see where the blue is.
I can see where the blue is, yeah. Each author page is in blue. So you're right. So if you look on the side, you can see blue lines. That's where the author pages are.
My puppy wants to be in the
So we got Jane Austen, and the next one is
$1.99, $1.99, $2.06.
William Shakespeare, of course. There's some cool stuff in that one. You can make masquerade masks. Let's see, what else? There's your make your own mask. See? And next is Charlotte Bronte, Lewis Carroll, Bram Stoker, and that one is all about Dracula, Herman Melville, and his is about Moby Dick. I got in a lot of trouble in my senior year of high school because I was in AP English, and we had to read Moby Dick, and I did not like that book at all. And I got into an argument with my teacher. I think her name was I think it was Mrs. Resinito, I think, was senior. Or was this my junior year? It was Mrs. Demboski. I'm thinking it might have been Mrs. Demboski because she was way more argumentative than Mrs. Resinito. Anyhow, I got into an argument with the teacher and about the visions in Moby Dick and how the author never actually said the casket means this, the red rose means this, and they were interpreting it, and I realized it was literary scholars and whatnot, but I got in so much trouble for saying, well, those weren't direct words from Melville. Anyhow, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle and Sherlock Holmes.
Here you go, David Collins, Christina.
Oh, see those names? That means that she was tagging somebody so they could see what the book looks like. Then we have Emily Bronte, which I showed you a little bit earlier. If you are watching this on YouTube, this was originally a Facebook Live broadcast, so I'm interacting with the people.
Mark Twain.
Mark Twain and his naked lady. Mark Twain. Hi, Roxanne.
Hey, Steffi.
The April person's giving you a bunch of hearts.
That's because April's my bestie.
Bestie.
Rudyard Kipling. He's got a doodle of an elephant.
Stuck in mud.
Yep.
Oh no,
Because he
poor
wrote.
elephant.
You know what he wrote?
Jungle Book.
Jungle Book.
Poor elephant.
There's a wolf pack. There's Jungle Prince. It's a cute little maze that you can doodle on.
I want to do that.
Okay. Oh, this was the page that my 13-year-old daughter also started. There's this big page of all these elephants. See? And then you doodle each elephant to look like what you wanted to. She did a Christmas one and a Halloween one. So great things to do while you're listening to the audiobook, and it helps keep your brain engaged a little bit more when your hands are busy. It's a big thing with my kids, especially the ones who tend to have ADHD, not naming names, that when we're doing something quiet, keeping their hands busy helps keep their heads busy. All right, then we got Lewis Carroll, and that was all through the looking glass. Then we have Leo Tolstoy. This is probably a good one for the high schoolers because he wrote
really
War and
big
Peace,
beard.
which is about that thick.
He has
There he
a
is.
beard. He has
Yeah.
a really big beard. I'm going to draw an orange streak in it.
He was from Russia. Did you know that?
No, but
So this is Leo Tolstoy, and here is a quote, some information about him and some of his doodles. His doodles are much more
not
detailed than some of the other ones. Aquarelle, use watercolors to fill in the background. If I miss any of your comments, I will go back and address them in text, okay?
Page,
So, design earrings. Tolstoy, the way he wrote, he described a lot of the classes of the day and what people of different classes wore and what they did. So, his focus is a lot on fashion, like there's design of boots. Yeah, Megan, I know everything is backwards. It's because I'm using the front camera and everything is going to be a mirror image. I'm sorry. I don't really have a way to. Why are you so cool? I bring the cool. What can I say?
Hey.
Oh, here's a fun one.
Homeschool. You homeschool?
Yes, we homeschool. There you go.
Draw
Design
a
hairdos.
hair and-
I'm surprised Jaden didn't find this one. My 13-year-old daughter is way into fashion design and historical fashion. And gloves, and that's the end of the book. So let me show you the front of the book again before we go. DoodleLit. You can get a copy of this. It's around $15 right now on Amazon at Amazon.com, or go to www.tinyurl.com/DoodleLit. It's up there with the information about the live broadcast, and that'll take you right to this. It is my affiliate link, so if you buy it through there, I get a small financial kickback, like 5 cents. It all adds up, right? DoodleLit. We have a review forthcoming on our blog at homeschoolgameschool.com. I wanted to get the video done first so I could put that in the blog post. You can also visit us at homeschoolgroupbuys.com, where homeschool parents, yes, I'm getting to that April, woohoo! Where homeschool parents can combine their buying power to get discounts on items, homeschoolgroupbuys.com. Homeschool Game School is on Facebook, and we have a Facebook group as well. I will put all the links in the comments, and I'm going to put them up there so you can visit us there. And so I'm going to say goodbye, and oh dear.
Oh dear.
My house is a mess. Don't look at my house, but look at this. You see her?
Oh,
We are really going to hope that washable markers come off of the carpet. Which, by the way, did you know that sidewalk chalk does not come off of beige carpet? Doesn't. Elizabeth, all the links I'm going to put up in the information up above. I'm also going to, I'll put it as a comment under yours, but it's homeschoolgameschool.com, homeschoolgroupbuys.com, and on Facebook, it's Homeschool Game School. There's a group and a page in Homeschool Group Buys. I'll get all those links there for you. You want to say goodbye?
Bye.
It looks like she was eating the markers. Tell them how old you are.
Bye.
Yes, there's the markers over there. Okay. Look, can you say goodbye?
No.
No. Okay. Bye, guys. We're going to go now. Bye.